Hi, Steve here. Look, I'd like to just reference this idea of Covey's first of the 7 habits, sharpen the saw. And it's probably the biggest change as a sportsman in retirement. The biggest change I've found is not really having time to do just that. I think sharpen the saw is referring to obviously taking the time out to improve yourself spiritually, emotionally, physically. And as an athlete, of course, you do that the majority of the time. Bizarrely, we used to train for 8 months a year to compete for 3. So kind of used to being in some ways in a lockdown. I mean, we used to call it that, we used to call it training camp, but we'd be in that sort of training mode for 8-week blocks and preparing for whether it be an Olympic Games or World Championships, European Champ, whatever, but preparing and being ready. I think that's the phrase I'd like to add to this whole mindset is the readiness. And being ready for when this thing lifts is going to be the most important thing for every individual and every business out there. Of course, surviving comes first, but when it comes to sharpen the saw and being ready, and then I suppose that provokes the question, well, what does that mean? What does that mean financially? What does that mean strategically? What does that mean in terms of needs going forward for you and your business? So I'm starting to think it with Roger Black, and then you're trying to paint the picture of what the world's going to look like and what cultural changes are going to take place in the process of what's happening to us right now. So won't go into detail of our situation, but what I would encourage you to do is to be proactive at this time, to maybe commit to a perspective of what you think is going to happen in your world, and have those conversations with the key people to understand what being ready really means, and whatever you can do to sharpen your saw in that context, I think it will put you in good stead. So I hope that's helpful. It's the kind of conversations that I say Roger Black and I are having when we're thinking about our worlds, and I hope that it's of benefit to you and yours. Stay safe and wish you all the best.